Pardon me while I burst into flames. Had enough of the world and its people's mindless games. Okay, guys, so years and years and years ago, right, back when, before comic book movies weren't the craze and the norm of the film and entertainment industry, I remember wondering, like, what I could write about, like, a man that would make him a superhero. And for whatever reason, the first idea that had came to mind, and this was me years ago, remember, was a man that can do laundry. Like, you don't see a man that does his own laundry, you know, so for a man to do that, that would make him more of a man. So the idea of laundry man started. So I started with the story of a man named David, who was a boxer, right? And he's at this really big boxing match, and if he wins, it'll change his life and his wife's life, right? So he's on the phone with his wife there, like a what is it? Like not a cell phone, like where it's just connected there, a landline. And he's there at the arena, right? The boxing arena, and she's taking care of the home business, which is the laundromat. Anyway, he's on the phone with her, and he's giving her some tips on the laundry and the business to take care of, right? Well, an explosion occurs over the phone, and his wife screams, and David trips out, and he rushes out of the boxing arena, forfeiting the match. He gets home to his laundromat business, and there's like a huge explosion of like bleach and other chemicals. They're so strong, and the odors. But the police conduct an investigation, and his wife's body is just not found. A classic comic book style. So David, with like all this anger in him, he wants to get away. He goes to the local park, right, and get away from the accident. And he sees a gang from the city known as the Skinny Jean Boys, and they're mugging a couple. And one of the Skinny Jean Boys has a knife and cuts, the guy from the couple, getting blood on his shirt. David, goes all aggro, and he stops all the Skinny Jean Boys, beating them up and saving the couple. When the couple thank him, David tells them, you could use some club soda to get that blood stain, off of your shirt. And David, leaves, walks off or whatever. When the news arrives and asks the couple who saved them, the couple dub him Laundryman because of them telling him that advice. And the vigilante crime fighter Laundryman was born. So we continue to a few weeks later, where there's a t-shirt factory downtown, right, with factory workers. And the manager of this t-shirt factory gets off the phone with his boss, who had just lost a lot of money from a boxing match that he had bet on, when one of the opponents just forfeited out of nowhere without warning. You see where that's coming from, right? The manager comes, he just lays off all the workers, saying the factory is now like losing money, it's going automated, whatever, no more jobs for them. One of the workers, and I'll name him Neil, I guess, says that this job is all that he has. This, like, literally the work shirt that he has from the factory is the only shirt he owns. His manager comes straight up to him and pulls the shirt right off of him, saying, that shirt is company property, and he just kicks Neil out of the factory. So Neil is walking down the street saying how it isn't fair for someone to take the shirt off his back, and if he could, he would take all the shirts off of everyone else's backs. Neil sees that there's an ancient exhibit with the robe of a mystical being that is supposed to give the wearer magic powers. Neil breaks into the exhibit, stealing the robe, right? Okay, that's where that cuts. Okay, now it's been a bit of time since David's wife is supposedly dead, and he has the laundromat up and running again. He has an apprentice he hired named Taylor. And for that day, David leaves Taylor to be in charge of the laundromat while he goes to get some more, detergent supplies and stuff near downtown around sundown. And he sees men and women screaming in terror, and these people that are screaming have no shirts on at all, no shirts. We see, Neil, and he's wearing that ancient robe, kind of like, I guess, Doctor Strange wears his robe and shit, and he's yelling out like, oh, this, everyone, I got my shirt taken away from me. I will take the shirts off of every person's back, just like it was done to me. And the people shirts he's stealing are sticking to him, right? Kind of making him into a bigger enemy. And he says, "I'm the cotton picker. Once I steal all the cotton shirts, I will become 100% cotton. I will become invincible." David's shirt is polyester, conveniently, so it's unaffected by cotton picker's evil. David attempts to fight cotton picker, but he's already stuck enough cotton onto him to kind of become 100%. So cotton picker's using these cotton shirts from his body like appendages to break through museum buildings and hit these big spotlights down from the museum exhibit that, he had taken the rope from. Rain begins to pour, gets all dramatic, and cotton picker starts rubbing his two cotton hands together like appendages, and creates this huge amount of static electricity. Cotton picker launches the ball of electricity at Laundryman, and he misses him, but he hits a janitor who was, attempting to clean up the mess that this hero and this villain were making, and it electrocuted the janitor, and he fell down, appearing dead. Laundryman feels defeated, right? He's like, man, this guy's too strong. I don't know what to do. And he's telling himself that when he starts hearing his wife's voice in his head. You always know what to do when you need to, David. Remember when that one time when, you washed your clothes in cold water and I put them in the dryer? And he's laughing, in his head. He's like, yeah, my shirt completely shrank. That was terrible. And that's when David had the idea. Seeing that the rain was pouring and getting cotton picker completely soaked in water, Laundryman grabbed one of the spotlights from the exhibit and aimed it at cotton picker. From that heat, that really bright heat of the lamp, cotton picker began to shrink down to small regular size, and Laundryman was able to knock him out with a single punch, defeating him. After everything's settled, the janitor, who we thought was dead, gets back up and is, very upset at the mess that Laundryman has made. The janitor looks at his hands and he sees electricity flowing through them, and he says out loud, "Let's see if this Laundryman can handle a little bit of static cling." Anyways, yeah, that's just the prequel and the first sort of, I don't know what you call episode or issue. It was titled Laundryman, Cotton Picker, 100% Pure Evil. And I actually think I wrote 3 or 4 more parts for this Laundryman saga. So I don't know if y'all want to hear it, if that would entertain you, comment or like or subscribe, or I don't care, just fucking tell me. Do y'all know that Gangnam Style, when translated, is actually a romantic war-torn story of a man and woman from the opposite sides of Korea, knowing that their love is forbidden, but finding any way to be together, even if the cost could be death? Nah, I don't think it's actually about that. But man, that song still goes fucking hard, even after all this time being out, There's this one live version on YouTube, and y'all should check it out, is where, Gangnam Style singer Psy, he does a mashup with MC Hammer, and they perform Gangnam Style and Too Legit to Quit, and dude, the audience pops fucking loud. Look it up, but look up Gangnam Style MC Hammer live, and god, dude, that shit goes fucking hard. Another good live show is when Michael Jackson does that first moonwalk to Billie Jean. God, dude, that shit gives me chills. He's going so hard doing Billie Jean the whole video, and then when the moonwalk is about to come up, and you think the pressure's gonna get to him or something, nope, he fucking nails it, and the crowd loses their fucking mind. I got goosebumps just thinking about it, Or even look up fucking when Michael Jackson does the robot compilations, where he's just and he's just doing the robot. I was doing the robot right now, you couldn't see it, but but yeah, dude, all that shit goes hard. Thank you very much, oh Mr. Roboto, for helping me escape just when I needed to. Thank you. I wanna thank you. Please, thank you. And yeah, thank you for continuing to listen to my podcast. Yeah, let me know if you want to hear more of the story I wrote, Laundryman, which it would continue to, I think, the static cling issue, a shocking twist, I think is what I called it. And yeah, let me know if you like Gangnam Style, because that shit goes hard, man. Like, it still does, even after all this time. And it's a beautiful, nah, I don't know what it's about, but yeah, let me know. And have another good day and good night. And, stay safe. Take care. Bye.